everybody, and welcome to another episode of Second Breakfast, the part of the podcast for players craving just another little helping of cards. I'm your host, Micah Quantz, and today joining me is a very special guest, Tyrell Quantz. And so we're all excited to have him on the show today. So, Tyrell, tell us a little bit about your experience with Lord of the Rings, the card game.
Yeah, first of all, thanks for having me on the podcast. Happy to be here. Excited to play a game that I used to play a decent amount of, and then I don't think I've actually touched Lord of the Rings for like a couple years at least.
At least,
Um,
for sure.
yeah, for sure, a couple
Several
years.
years.
Yeah, been
So,
playing other games in the meantime, but
yeah. So, back when I started playing 8 or 8 years ago, I would say 8, probably.
yeah.
Back when I started playing 8 years ago, Tyrell did play a little bit. He dabbled a bit in Lord of the Rings, but it wasn't his jam. Um, and so he hasn't played for years, so he is practically a newbie. But tell us what else you do play.
I'm currently a pretty avid Magic the Gathering player. So another deck builder.
Oh, he plays the popular one. So, yeah. So Tyrell does play a little bit of Magic the Gathering, um, which, if you're not familiar, is another CCG, but is completely different in that it is not cooperative and uh, and
Stupidly expensive.
and stupidly expensive. Although, I mean, these old cycle Lord of the Rings prices are getting ridiculous. But
I don't know, man. The next Magic set is on a pre-release price for $600 a box almost.
oh man. But that said, yeah, we do realize that that Magic is a completely different game. So we're gonna see how well how well it translates.
Yeah.
He's gonna use all his Magic the Gathering skills, and we're gonna get stomped on. Actually, no, it's not gonna be bad. This is a pretty mild quest. It's pretty
Yeah. Well,
pretty low
and
key.
also also as a disclaimer to anyone else watching, feel free to, make comment on how you think the deck is, and if you're like, why would he ever play that card? Well, the reason is because
He doesn't know better.
I didn't know better and decided to see if I could just look through an entire card collection and build a deck without any help, any guides, anything.
So
So
yeah, for second breakfast, in true second breakfast style, I gave him his 2 deck restrictions, and he went off and he built his own deck all by himself. No help or guidance from me whatsoever. Um, yeah, so even I have never played neutral Aragorn yet. So um, we'll see how this goes. But yeah, looks like he's got an interesting build here, and yeah, I guess we'll get started into it. So for my deck, my 2 restrictions were Sentinel and Monosphere. So I went with an all tactics deck. I've got Theoden, Bjorn, and Grimbeorn, who are all Sentinel, as well as some other Sentinel allies. And Tyrell, what was your deck restrictions here?
I believe if I can remember correctly, my restrictions were progress and am I remembering this
Yeah.
wrong?
No, that's right.
It was
Place
progress
progress.
and spirit or lore.
Spirit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Place progress and spirit.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are his two restrictions, and we drew for our quest today. We if you've been watching Grant and my playthroughs the last several weeks, you'll know that we have been drawing brutal quests every time, but this time we have an easier quest for us to do. We drew Temple of the Deceived, one of my personal favorites, but it is a little bit easier. So we're gonna give it a.
Manway favors me. It appears Manway favors me.
Yeah, that's right. So we are going to go ahead and start this game. So Tyrell, are you taking a mulligan?
Great question. I think I'm actually okay. I've got some decent low cost stuff in my hand, and Aragorn's setup allows me to search for a title that I'm gonna want to put that resource icon onto him to get that full spirit engine going. So I think I'm okay.
Okay, go ahead and grab your title attachment right away since that is resolved in setup.
Okay. I'm also gonna have trouble looking at this.
It's the eyeball symbol by your deck.
Ah.
And it'll just show you your entire deck.
Whoop.
And then you have filters on there for
the eyeball symbol.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
And a title would be an attachment if
Yep.
I remember right. Or I can just search for title, hey?
I don't know if you can search for traits.
Nope. All right.
So you'll have to just go attachment and look through them.
Okay.
Unless you know the name of the title you want, then you can search for it.
Right. Okay. What was it? I think I had, because I had an idea for what I was gonna do for my first one. Yes, I think I'm adding.
Yes, you are.
This is scary. It feels like a test.
You passed. You have passed the test, my friend.
I didn't even get to them all. I was so close to I was so close to adding Strider on. I was like, wait a minute.
That's a good one too, but it doesn't have a. Then your
doesn't have a resource
resources
icon.
can't really be used.
Yeah, and so then I just click close and shuffle.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Awesome.
Okay. So now I am also not taking a mulligan, I don't think. Because I have some exciting things here already. So I think I'm gonna leave it at that. And so now you'll go at the top left there, you'll see that little arrow symbol.
Yeah, the new
So
round.
new round. So go ahead and click on that,
Nice.
and that'll draw you a card and give all your dudes resources.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
Ooh, I should ask if I stack another, like if I stack another spirit title onto Aragorn, that doesn't give me 2 resources per.
No.
Like it wouldn't. Okay.
No. It doesn't give you 2 resources, it just gives him the resource icons that are on the title.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with my planning phase. So planning phase is when you play your attachments and allies. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm going to right away. I think I'm actually gonna put the Raven Winged Helm out on Bjorn right away. Oh no, he can't have attachments. What? Oh, I thought he couldn't have restricted attachments. Exhaust. Cancel 1 point of damage dealt to attached character. Okay. I thought he was in the. I thought that card was in like the help Bjorn pool, but maybe not. Okay, well, I'm gonna play Durndingle Warrior instead then. I'm gonna put gather information into the staging area, and then I'm gonna play the Eagles Are Coming to look at top 5 cards for any Eagles. And I got an Eagle of the Misty Mountains there. That's the only Eagle I got. I'm gonna close and shuffle my deck. And I've got 1 resource left on Grimbjorn, which I'm gonna save for next round. And over to you.
Okay, well, in that time you took your turn, it sounded great. Wasn't looking whatsoever. Still haven't figured out what I want to do.
Okay.
Might need some help at some point, but
Yep.
we'll get there. I'm still trying to decide. I think you're gonna do that mostly, right? Yeah, they're gonna take care of that. I'm going to do. I'm going to press the wrong button.
Okay.
I'm gonna do this. And I think this one, and attach. Oh, is there a way to not do that?
Why you want?
I wanted to put it not on Aragorn.
Okay. Put it somewhere else then.
There we go.
Okay. And
I think
then
that's what I'm gonna do.
5 is plus willpower.
It did it for me.
No, I did
Or
it.
did? Oh, you did. Oh, wow.
I did it for you.
Dang. This is pretty cool. Then we're gonna actually just go ahead and attach this as well.
Nice.
So I can now discard a card and place 2 progress on the active location when
Okay.
this person commits to the quest.
Cool. Are you done
Yeah.
planning? This is a test. I'm just kidding. It's not a test.
Maybe. I'm might as well do this
Okay.
to get that thing going. Discard a card, search the top X cards for 1 card, add it to my hand. X is the number of traits on the attached character. So that would be 3.
Correct.
Yes. Whoop. Um. So how do I search the
So
top
the
deck
the
cards?
three bars by your deck there,
Ah.
click on that and then look at top X and then
Okay.
type 3.
Okay, and I am adding just any one of these to my hand.
Yeah,
Okay. We're gonna grab that,
an
and
envoy.
then these just go into
Those you
my
shuffle
deck.
back into your deck.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I believe that's all. My red bar is showing that I'm still in my resource phase.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about that.
Oh, okay, cool. I
We
think
don't pay attention to that at all.
Oh, okay, cool. I think I'm good. That
Okay,
seems like a relatively moderately good turn.
nice. Okay, let us commit to the quest then. I'm gonna commit Theoden for sure. Q is commit to the quest.
Mm-hmm. Well, um since I've made rather a questing beast, haha,
Yeah,
magic reference out of this one. Um,
I don't get it.
I know it's a
Okay.
magic reference. It's it's an infamous it's a rather infamous magic card for having a lot of text on it.
Ah,
Um yeah, I think that's what we're going to do.
okay.
Yeah.
That's making us 5 progress so far.
Mm, I
Yeah.
mean well, I guess we want more, right? It's not or what kind of Oh, right, there's no location. So these are all just going to be enemies flinging at us, right?
Enemies and treacheries, yes.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay. Okay, let's go with that. So our first card now is Drowned Dead. When Drowned Dead attacks and destroys an ally, place that ally on the bottom of its owner's deck. And card number
Interesting.
2 is Soulless Cadaver. While you are engaged with Soulless Cadaver, your deck cannot be searched. When Soulless Cadaver engages you, place each card in your hand with printed cost 2 or less on the bottom of
Ooh.
your deck.
Hmm.
Okay, the Soulless Cadaver is above our engagement cost, or above our threat.
Yeah.
For resolving the quest, we place 0 progress.
Oh, that's
So
stupid.
nothing happens there. And just so everybody is aware, the 2 threat from the location in the staging area is assigned to the Temple Guardian.
Yeah.
Just so we all understand that. Um. Okay. So. Hmm.
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 That drowned dead though is like am I wrong in saying that like his forced response thing is actually an upside?
Uh. Not really, because there's certain things that happen. Like, I don't know. There's certain things that happen that's bad that looks at cards on the bottom of your deck in this quest. I don't remember
Ah,
exactly how it all works, but
okay.
um hmm. So should put Secret Vigil on Soulless Cadaver. Okay, I think I'm gonna take down this drowned dead here. I'll grab him,
Okay.
and then I'm just going to. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm going to defend with Grimbjorn. I'm assuming we just leave this cadaver in the staging area for now.
Okay with that.
Okay.
I'd rather not remove all of my setup cards right away.
Yeah. So let's grab. Yeah. So the drowned dead. I'm gonna defend with Grimbjorn. Okay. No extra attack on that shadow card, so I get 1 damage. Then I'm gonna use a resource to declare him as an attacker against this enemy. Enemy gets -2 defense, so that's 2 damage. And I should put Raven Winged Helm on him. Okay. We're going to start a new round then. So that's the end of the round. So go ahead and click on your new round button.
All right.
You get
Done.
Sahir. I get Nasaya. Actually, let's put them top row. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Your planning phase first.
Okay. Cool. I think what we're going to do is well, so what happens if, like, can I attach things to the objective ally?
Uh,
Like, let's say I wanted to put this Valiant Determination on Captain's here. Like, does that work?
yes.
Okay. Is Captain Sahir usually not used for questing?
Well, I mean, we should start buffing him, and once he's buffed, he's got 6 willpower.
True. Okay. I'm not gonna necessarily. Okay. Um, I'm gonna go ahead then and take 1, 2, playing. Oh, I'm gonna play it down here. Playing the envoy.
Yeah.
Putting 1 back up here
hmm
and taking 1, 2 off and attaching
Oh, wait.
Valiant.
Illegal move. Envoy, Aragorn is not Gondor or Noble, but Arwen is, so you can place, and so is Kaldara, so you can place it on one of them, but not
Aragorn is
Aragorn.
an Aragorn is Noldor.
Noble. Gondor
Oh,
or
it's Gondor or
Noble.
Noble. Ah,
But
shoot. I
either
thought that
way,
said Noldor.
is still a spirit resource, so it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter. But yeah,
Okay, why does Captain Sahir,
don't
why is
flip
he
him.
an enemy? I didn't.
Oh, must have flipped when you attached the
Yeah,
card to him.
I guess so.
Okay.
I was like, that's scary.
Okay.
Anyway, I think, and then let me see. I think what we are going to do, I kind of like this 1-for-1ing thing. But which card to kind of get rid of here? I think I want to keep that one. I'm gonna go ahead, exhaust this, and discard. Ooh. Hmm. I guess I could technically do this action at any time
Uh-huh.
as well. We're gonna do this. Oh gosh. Interesting. Um. All of them are good. We're gonna do this, I think.
Okay.
And I'm going to call that done. Oh, no, I know what I could have done better. Oh well.
Good.
Yep.
Okay.
Plan away.
I am going to play Secret Vigil on this soulless cadaver. He has -1 threat now. Oh, can I put it on Temple Guardian? I could, although he's only 2 threat. But he's there the whole game. Ah, no. I'll put it on Soulless Cadaver. Okay, and then... I really want to play this Raven Winged Helm, but... I think I'm gonna hold off one more round. Yeah. Okay, I am going to... Wait a second. What did I do with Bjorn last round? Definitely didn't quest him.
You didn't do anything?
I didn't do anything. Okay, sorry. I should have attacked... Killed this guy with Bjorn. Okay. We're good. So he's dead.
Retcon.
So dead. Okay. And then... you know what? We can probably chuck a resource over here. Okay. So I'm gonna quest... And probably not, so I will quest just because...
I mean, I can have Captain Sahir quest for no apparent reason.
Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. You know what? Actually, because I probably will take this Soulless Cadaver, I'm going to actually play Raven Winged Helm on Grimbjorn instead of putting a resource on Nasaya. Okay.
But I think... just to confirm, when I do search the top X cards and then I click to shuffle them away, does that shuffle them into the entire deck or just shuffle the top 3?
Shuffle them. It shuffles your entire deck.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, then I made a okay call because I thought I could take Glorfindale, who I could play from the discard pile, and then use Aragorn's action to ready the Estel trait, use it again, and grab those other cards.
Oh, I see.
But, live and learn.
Yeah. Okay. So we're all questing up here. Do you want to maybe commit your envoy as well?
You know what? I'll put a resource on it instead.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Okay,
Yeah, we'll do that.
I'm also going to make gather information the active quest. We probably won't be able to quest on it this turn anyway, but that's what
Okay,
I'm doing.
cool.
Yeah. Okay, so card number 1, we've got an Island Watcher. He cannot be optionally engaged while he's in the staging area at the beginning of the encounter phase. If the active location has the Ruins trait, Island Watcher engages the player with the highest threat, then deal it 2 shadow cards.
Oh,
It does not have the Ruins trait.
thankfully, no.
And Drown Dead. Okay, so we get 0 progress once again.
Oh, lovely.
And yeah, I'm gonna take this cadaver and the drowned dead. No, I can't. Never mind. Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, ha. Yeah, I'm gonna take both of them. And then shadow cards. And I am going to defend this drowned dead with Grimbeorn.
All right.
I think. Yeah. Okay, we're good. I will cancel the point of damage being dealt to Grimbeorn. And then... Oh, this Flight of the Eagles goes to the bottom of my deck. There we go. Now I am going to defend the cadaver with Bjorn, and that gives him 2 damage. And then I'm going to attack with Durndingle and Bjorn for 6 on let's throw it on the drowned dead, I think. Just because he has extra attack. And that's the end of the round. So new round.
Should you, because of this soulless cadaver, should you, like, did you take the cards in your hand with the 2 cost
Yeah.
or less? Okay.
I did.
Ouch.
There was I only had 1 event card
Oh. Okay.
that went
Cool.
on the bottom of my deck.
All right.
Oh
Next
my
round.
gosh. If I could stop picking up
Oh, shoot.
Mega Million cards.
I had a play, but I was going to potentially discard a card to add a resource because of Arwen and then use that resource to put it on Captain Sahir so we can start.
You can
that
do
train.
that before we go to the new round.
Okay, I'll just basically, it would net discard a card that I would have had. So
Yeah. So discard a card, and then I put a
Done.
resource on Sahir.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, cool. I'm also going to put a resource on Sahir to start us off here. And then, why are you putting time?
Because I misclicked.
Your time bomb is gonna blow up! Sahir will kill us all!
Well, I mean, we flipped him over. He might.
Dude, this Valiant Determination on Sahir is actually epic. Okay? I didn't even think of that, and that's super cool. It's gonna be nuts.
I know. I mean, you're welcome.
Yeah. Okay, I'm done then my planning phase because I have
Oh, good. Yeah.
I have jumbo cards in my hand. Landreval is going to be
Okay.
great for Bjorn, but
We
I need to
are
make my millions first.
let me think. Think we need to
As much willpower as you can pump out,
yeah,
basically.
working on it.
Yeah.
And I think I'm not currently engaged with enemies, so the star brooch isn't actually going to help despite my initial thoughts. So we're actually going to go like this. Whereas it's not necessarily
Nice.
willpower, but it's going to just place progress anyways.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Cool.
It's a really good one for this
And
quest.
then I'm actually then going to exhaust Estel and discard away the brooch.
The one that you just picked up with Estel last turn.
You know, decisions were
All
made,
good.
not great ones, but they were made. Ooh. Okay. So we'll do that. Close and
Solid
shuffle.
move.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and do Aragorn's. I don't have to exhaust Aragorn to do the action, right?
Like Estelle? Or on the him? No.
Yeah. Okay.
You can
So
do
then
that as many times as you want.
I'm gonna ready Estel because of Aragorn's thing.
Yeah.
Exhaust Estel and discard Glorfindel
Mm-hmm.
and look at the top 3 again.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Restricted means I can only have.
You can only have 2 restricted attachments per hero.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna grab Windfulla.
Cool.
And then I think that is going to be it and all for me.
Sweet. Questing.
All right.
Stupid watcher.
Okay.
Okay. And that's automatically going to put a progress on our location.
Ooh.
For the Lorien guide.
This is probably a lot slower of a game than your second breakfast people are used to.
A little bit, but that's cool.
This is a festival brunch.
That's right. Furious Rainstorm. Each player must choose raise his threat by the number of his characters committed to the quest, or deal 1 damage to each of his characters committed to the quest. I will deal 1 damage to each of my characters committed to the quest.
Either way, that's not great.
No.
Technically, though, I only lose the envoy, which,
Yeah.
as much as that sucks, I don't want to raise my threat by 5, really.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be the play.
Ding, 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 ding. You're right. Probably.
Oh no! Bye.
Okay.
Anyway.
Get out of here. Next one. Faithless Desecrator. While engaged with a player, Faithless Desecrator contributes its threat to the total threat in the staging area. Actually, that's a really good card right now. Because he's a pretty easy enemy. Okay, so now we get 4 progress. So we get 3 on our location. That brings it up to its quest points, and 1 on the quest.
Nice.
So now we can travel. So basically we can go from jagged cliffs to this lost island if on the bottom if we want. We can go south. Are we traveling south?
I suppose we're traveling south.
We are traveling south. Okay, so we remove all the progress. We remove our resource token. We flip this card over, put our resource token there. Now, while Jungle Path is the active location, the locations immediately above it and below it are not considered to be in the staging area. What luck!
Oh, wow.
When Jungle Path is flipped over while active, each player must exhaust a character with at least 2 attack. Okay, I'll exhaust Captain Sahir.
And yeah, okay.
And you will exhaust Aragorn. And
All right.
I will take the Faithless Desecrator. And I will deal shadow cards. Whoops. There we go. I am going to defend the Soulless Cadaver with
Why is Captain Sahir exhausted?
because I exhausted him with Jungle Path.
Oh, right.
Soulless Cadaver. I'm gonna defend with Grim Bjorn. Flip this over. If this attack destroys a character, raise your threat by the attacking enemy's threat. It does not. And then I will spend a resource to immediately hit him back, dealing 3 damage. And then
get damaged.
I guess I will defend the Desecrator with Durndingle and take no damage, and then I will attack the Cadaver with Bjorn, which is then going to lower both of our threats by 3.
Nice.
I lowered your threat.
Yeah, I noticed.
Okay.
I was just getting there to do it, and I was like, oh. I mean, I can lower it again if you want.
Probably should not do that. Okay, and that's going to put us into a new round.
Nice.
Ready up. Oh, wait. Sorry. Oh, no, I did. Yeah, I did put a resource on Sahir. Whoa. What are you doing? Okay, there we go.
I moved him.
I see that. Okay.
All right.
Ooh. Except I want to put that out before I put that out. So.
Okay. One. All right. So here's how here's how this is gonna work. We're gonna go like this. And somehow Arwen's gonna ride 2 horses.
Nice.
Yep. We're gonna do one from there. And we're gonna go ahead and play Fearless Scout. Just come on. Be nice. Thank you. There. And draw a card.
Nice.
Because of that. We do not need 2 of those. Which is fine. We don't need 2 of those right now.
2 of what?
It's if he has not committed. Gift of Foresight.
I see.
I think think what we're gonna do is actually use this resource to play that. So move to owner's deck. Shuffle in. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and exhaust Estel and discard Gift of Foresight. I probably should have done that in the other order. But now he has 1, 2, 3, 4 traits. We're gonna look at the top 4. Ah, nice. Okay. So if I want to play another restricted thing on a hero, I just can't, or I'd have to remove one.
You'd have to take one off.
Okay. Well, either way, I think this one is the correct response. Yeah. I think that's what we're doing. You seem to have this whole battling thing down.
Yeah.
So let me go over here.
I fight good.
Yeah. Okay, so I do have 3 of those. So then I'm gonna go ahead and discard a second Gift of Foresight, adding 1 resource here, taking 1 resource away, and adding it to Captain Sahir. And I'm gonna call that good enough.
Cool beans. I'm going to use 3 resources to play Maneldor, and after he enters or leaves play, place 2 resources on a location.
Okay.
Ooh, actually. Oh, I wonder if we should. Well, we can go to Drowned Graves anyway, I guess. But because if we go to Drowned Graves, then we can get this Watcher
Island
out of
Watcher
here.
out.
Although, well, I don't know. We'll run into a ruins at some point anyway, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, never mind.
Nope.
We can't go to Drowned Graves.
Can't.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, come on, Tyrell. Keep me on track with the rules.
Sorry, my bad.
Okay, let's quest.
All right. Oh, I missed. Okay. Because you have 1 from that and 1 from that. So you need to be like that, there. And we're going to go here, here.
Open.
What?
Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait.
You doing okay there?
Yeah, your willpower's messed up. You should have, okay, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12 you should have here. I'm just gonna
3,
adjust
4,
that.
5, 6, 7, 12. I have 12.
Yeah. I just adjusted it. It was at 6 for some reason.
Oh.
But you're good now.
Okay. And
wait, I have 11. Oh, that's why. Because when I committed Captain Sahir, and so I got my willpower raised.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Let me go commit your stuff.
Yeah, that's part of the game now.
Okay. Sounds good.
Oh, that's maybe a little overkill.
Oh,
We
is it?
maybe do not need that much progress.
Oh, right, because we can't place more on than
Well, I
like
mean, we can
there's
put
no
progress on Lost Island, but we know we're going to Lost Island anyway. Like, we only got one option, so it
right.
doesn't help us to look at it.
Okay, fair enough.
So,
Yeah, I guess. Although maybe then, actually, in case we get like damage things, I'll do it that way. Because Caldera is
and
feeling a little hurty.
For your Lorian guide, we put a progress on Jungle Path. We don't
Yeah.
actually need progress, but we're getting 10. And we're
Okay.
going on gather information.
All
Okay,
right.
let's go.
Good
We
stuff.
have a drowned dead again,
Huh.
and
Mm.
Throngs of Unfaithful. Surge. When it's destroyed, discard the bottom card of the engaged player's deck. If that card's printed cost is 2 or less, return Throngs of the Unfaithful to the top of the encounter deck.
Ah, I understand now.
And Surge, so reveal another card. When revealed, the players as a group must remove characters with a total of at least X willpower from the quest. X is the number of uncharted locations in the staging area, which is 1. The first player may give Aimless Wandering Doom 2 to look at the face down side of an uncharted location in the staging area. Do not do that.
I can remove Arwen from the quest and then um exhaust Windfulla to commit Arwen back to the quest.
Ooh, that's good.
Oh
Unnecessary, but
no.
it's good.
But hey, it's getting into the practice. So
That's
how
right.
would I do that? I would just
You,
zoop
yeah. Well,
and then
you would just exhaust
exhaust.
Windfulla.
Boop.
Yeah.
No, gotta do it in the right order.
Okay. So now gather information is defeated, so each player may search his deck for 1 card and add it to his hand. Each player shuffles his deck.
Oh boy.
So search your deck for a card. Pick a
Oh god.
card, any card.
That's too much.
I don't even remember what I have in my deck here. So we're going with Honor Guard. Ooh, damage cancellation is gonna be key. I might take Honor Guard. I'm gonna take Honor Guard. Because Bjorn. Oh, where'd it
Hmm.
go? Where'd it go? Oh, whoops. Not enemy. Ally. There we go. Honor Guard. Ha! I'm taking an Honor Guard. Close and shuffle. Okay. I'm ready. What are you taking?
I don't remember. I've found a couple decent ones. And I think no. Uh oh, yeah, okay, nobody's dying, so I am mm, interesting. I don't have enough resources to play like real expensive cards is the problem.
Not yet. You just
Not yet,
save
but
them for a turn. Just kidding.
do you know what's a good way to get more though?
What?
To pull out Sword Thane.
Yep.
Good.
You don't have a unique ally, but
I do in my discard.
oh right, you gotta play Glorfindel first then.
Yeah, it's a long game, okay?
Yeah.
Anyways,
It will be a long game.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, that's all done now.
Cool. Okay. Okay, now, okay, we can travel. So let's travel.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Travel. We want to go to this lost island. Bloop. It's a winding caverns. Well, it's the active location. Each enemy gets plus 10 engagement cost. When you would travel from Winding Caverns to another location, you may travel to a location up to 3 locations away. You must still pay that location's travel cost in order to travel there. So we can fast travel now.
So
But
we could
now there is
just like jump straight from here to the Temple of the Deceived.
yeah, but we need to exhaust the gate key to travel there, and we don't have the gate key.
Oh, right. Because now he has a 60.
What?
He now has
Oh,
a 60
yeah.
engagement cost.
Yep. And now
Don't worry, I think we'll get him.
Now we have 9 threat from locations added to the staging area. So
Wow.
So now we need willpower. Okay,
I'm working on it.
I'm going to take both enemies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go and deal shadow cards. And then I'm gonna I don't remember if I don't think I've shuffled my deck since I put Flight of the Eagles on the bottom. Oh yeah, I did, because we just gathered information. Okay. But is that where I want to use Grimbjorn's attack back? I don't know. I guess so. It won't finish off any of these other enemies. Okay, let's go. Let's Durndingle Warrior, dealing him a damage for Drowned Dead. Okay. Then I'm going to defend with Grimbjorn on Throngs of Unfaithful. Oh, great. Discard the bottom card of your deck. I don't know how to access the bottom card of my deck. I'm just realizing. Okay. I guess I will just look at my deck.
Yeah, I think.
And I think.
Because it would come up.
I think
in order,
Onward
right?
into Battle. Yeah, Onward into Battle is my bottom card. Okay, so. Okay, so I'll look at my deck. Onward into Battle is my bottom card. I'll just close and shuffle that. And so it is 2 or less, so he makes an additional attack.
Gross.
I will defend with wait. No. Cause what triggers first? I think it would be Grimbjorn, because Grimbjorn is after he defends an attack. So I'm going to trigger Grimbjorn. I'm going to... Okay, so this shadow card actually shouldn't be dealt yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to trigger Grimbjorn, to attack Throngs of Unfaithful before he attacks me again. Then I'm going to discard the bottom card of my deck. And it is 2 or less. So Throngs of Unfaithful goes to the top of the encounter deck. And then I'm going to defend Faithless Desecrator with with Bjorn. Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we get 2 damage, I guess.
Mm.
Then I'm going to attack with Nasaya and Bjorn and kill this Drowned Dead. And
Nice.
we are done. And there
Cool.
should be 2 more threat in the staging area because of this Desecrator. Okay, and we start a new round.
Wow. Do we have to? This seems not great. You get this guy, and I get this one.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to start with Bjorn's Welcome, which will go on Grimbjorn. And I will spend 1 off of Grimbjorn to put onto Captain Sahir and exhaust Bjorn's Welcome then, because it was not used to pay for a card, to add 1 to Grimbjorn's pool. And then I'm done.
Okay. Interesting. Do you know who is a unique ally? Oh no, she doesn't belong to a sphere. Dang it.
Yeah.
Well, you try.
Yeah.
I think then I'm gonna actually just sit on the resources that I've got.
Sounds good.
We're gonna hold tight.
Okay. Questing then.
Questing. I can quest.
That's good, because I still can't.
Okay. Let me quest for us. You do the battle-y thing.
Okay. I will do the fighty pew pew thing.
Yep.
Okay. Let us go on a quest. Card number 1 is Surprise Throngs of the Unfaithful.
What?
Card number 2 is Deeper into the Ruins. Until the end of the phase, add X to the total threat in the staging area. X is total threat of all locations to the left of the active location, which is 3.
Oh yeah. Our active location is this Winding Caverns, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
But that's only until the end of the phase, at least.
Yeah. And then we got a Drowned Dead. We get -2. So we each raise our threat by 2 for questing unsuccessfully. Okay. I'm going to take the Drowned Dead and Throngs of Unfaithful, as per usual, and deal
You
shadow
seem
cards.
like you're having fun.
Oh, yeah. It's a good time. I'm going to defend... You know what? Whatever. Okay, I'm going to defend the Drowned Dead with Grimbjorn.
Hmm?
And cancel the point of damage dealt to him. I'm going to use his resource to declare him as an attacker and deal 2 damage. Then I am going to defend.
Only 2? Oh, yeah. Never mind, I see it.
Yeah. I'm going to defend the Throngs of Unfaithful with Sterndingle. And then I'm going to defend the Faithless Desecrator with Bjorn. And he takes the damage. And then I have 9 attack. I'm going to hit Drown Dead for 4 with Sahir. And that will kill him. Oh, I really want to get rid of this Desecrator.
Why don't you?
You know what? Actually, I will. I'm going to, I'm going to do this. I'm going to kill the Desecrator instead of the Drowned Dead. He's going to have to sit there with 2 damage. And then I'm going to, oh wait, what? Wait a second.
Yeah, what happened?
Hang on.
Because didn't you have enough to take out the Drowned Dead and the...
No, oh, that's right. Because the Desecrator has 6 hit points, so I have to use Sahir and Bjorn to attack him. Yeah. And then I just stay engaged with these 2, I guess. For now. Okay, I'm good with that.
Oh, okay.
So, what are we at for threat here? We should have 2, 4, 6, 8, 11 on this guy right now. Okay.
Ooh. We're doing things.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go to a new round.
And is that still is that still at 11 because like you took off the 3?
Yeah, the 3 and the 2 from the Desecrator that was engaged with me. Okay.
Cool.
You get this guy. I will take
Nice.
this guy. And you can plan. Plan some stuff.
First. What is secrecy again?
Secrecy is if your threat is 20 or lower, you reduce the cost by that much.
Oh. All right. Well, I found a great card to discard.
Yeah, you did.
That's actually pretty decent to have discard fodder at this point. Anywhoosie, we are going to 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. We're gonna go ahead, look in here, and play out Glorfindel. And then we're going to we're gonna go ahead, reduce this by 1, give Captain Sahir 1. Oop, not that button. There we go. Yeah, I think. Well, let's see. Yeah, I think that's what we're doing. I like where we're at. Yep. Because I think
Okay.
next turn I'm gonna do the sword thing.
I'm gonna
I
play
mean,
Honor Guard.
yeah.
And then I'm going to use Grim Bjorn's resource and Bjorning's Welcome to give a resource to Nasaya. And then Ooh, it's tempting. But no, that's fine. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. I'm also just gonna go ahead and use Arwen's action to give her a resource by discarding Leaf Brooch.
Okay. Sounds good.
Because I want to.
Okay.
Anyway.
So, questing.
The quest. Just let me know when you need me to do stuff with enemies.
Yep. Okay, so we're making 10 progress. We're back on track here. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Cool. So, starting with Faithless Desecrator. That's all right. And another one.
Okay.
Okay. So, then we get 6 progress. Okay.
Plus
Plus I guess we can put one on one of these locations. Boop.
how?
Oh, actually, no, because your Lorian guide would have added one to the active location as well.
Yeah.
So, because excess progress, we can put on locations in the staging area.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so where are we going to?
I'll make sure to catch my Lorian guide triggers. As long as I can find the right buttons and not put a freaking time counter on everything.
Yeah. So where are we gonna travel?
Well, we can travel up to 3 locations away.
That is correct.
Gosh, it feels like a very...
So we can travel
Like-
literally anywhere.
So,
except for the Temple of Deceived.
he gets negative 50 engagement cost while cursed temple. So we find a cursed temple and boom, suddenly it's not a good time.
Let's do this. Yeah. But it's okay too.
Oh, okay. Wait, what?
What?
How did those 2 progress go on that one?
I'm putting them over there instead.
But that's not in the staging area.
Yeah, it is.
I thought you said it's only the ones orthogonally adjacent.
Yeah, we're at Winding Caverns. That is orthogonally
I
adjacent.
see. I had my bar scrolled over, so it was diagonal.
I see.
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay.
Let's go to the one right beside. I don't know. Am I wrong in saying it doesn't really matter?
Kind of. I would say probably just go south because that's gonna give us the least threat in the staging area and reveal a card.
True.
Because
Okay.
that'll only have 6 threat in the staging area there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's go there. Cursed Temple. Perfect. We found it. Characters with less than 2 willpower do not ready during the refresh phase. Perfect. That's what we need.
Wow. Wow.
Oh gosh.
Okay. I mean, wow. Okay, that's 2 of mine. But
This sucks.
yikes. That's everything you have except for Theoden. Wow.
I think we just lost the game, honestly. Because this guy's coming to me automatically. Um, and then
Oh no.
this guy is also coming to me. Oh wait, no. Wait a second. Okay. No, he's coming. Oh, he's coming for you.
He's coming to me, yeah.
Oh no. That's wrong because he has 0
What?
engagement cost. So if you optionally engage this guy, then
I can't.
you
Oh, that one. Yeah.
get this guy, and then I get this guy.
Oh boy. Okay.
And now we die.
Yeah.
There is nothing in the staging area. Actually, there's still 6 threat in the staging area.
This means we win, right? We
Yeah,
cleared
we
the
just
board.
win. We win.
Oh
Game
gosh.
over. We win.
Uh, I don't know how, but we did it.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no.
So I'm going to die. Oh no, you do your defenses first. Okay, let's see here. What can I do? What am I going to do?
I have
I'm gonna do that for
defenses.
sure.
I mean, I guess.
Oh, this
Um,
okay. This
well,
is
I have
fine.
one guy.
Yep.
One guy that can defend right now. Um, so I guess we defend one and then right. So he doesn't need to exhaust to defend. Or
Right.
no, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, exhaust. This will defend this guy.
Yep. And then
Okay,
I'll
cool.
defend
No
the other
damage.
one. I'll defend the other one with Bjorn
Okay.
and
No.
cancel the damage. And
Uh-huh.
then I'm going to defend I'm gonna defend the Drowned Dead with Grimbjorn,
Mm-hmm.
and then cancel the damage and use his resource to kill him.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna defend the Guardian with Durndingle.
Uh-huh.
Oh no. Are you freaking kidding me?
Huh.
Oh crap.
Well, it was nice knowing you.
Durndingle dies, and now I get an additional attack from this guy. Which what am I supposed to do with that?
Is there a scenario that we actually make it out?
I defend. I defend with Bjorn, I guess. Oh, -2 defense. Okay. Now I defend the Island Watcher, boosted 2 defense with
Uh-huh.
Naasaya. Plus. Oh no, we don't control gate key. Oh, but -2 defense. We lose.
Well, that was a fun time. Hmm.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So I think yeah.
So what have we learned today?
Don't let Tyrell build a deck by himself.
Don't play in cursed temples. It's bad for
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
It's
I
generally
think
bad for your health.
it seems to be anyway. Um,
Oh my goodness.
I think I think in general, for a couple of keys I think I missed in retrospect is if I had realized and like actually thought it through, um, and was like, oh, right, you're doing the whole enemy dealing with enemies thing. I should have been um committing Aragorn to the quest every time.
Well, except that that's not what killed us.
Well, no, but yeah, okay, fair point. we
That
we got
wouldn't
killed
have made
because
a
we
difference.
we kind of got killed because we made it too far too fast.
We got we got flattened.
We got absolutely crushed. Um,
Dang, that hurt.
and I
Wow.
think, yeah, hmm, there was another card. What was it? Oh yeah. And I could have like essentially had Aragorn. I think the goal in building this deck was to have Arwen be my quest person. Caldera was kind of um like was kind of just a flex spot also for that action for um yeah,
Yeah.
also for the action of putting an ally. Although I guess Aragorn doesn't have a printed
No, he does
spirit
not.
resource icon, so that would have been one. Ah,
No.
um,
Well, one, because if you put Sword Thane on Glorfindel, then that's another one.
right,
But
true. Um, but I think
yeah,
I was suggesting like using Caldera to essentially put Glorfindel onto the battlefield instead of
right.
having to pay 5 for him.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he would have made for a better, yeah, better hero than Caldera at this point anyway.
Yeah.
And then I was gonna hold up Aragorn for attacks or defenses, and I was gonna like gift of foresight, but yeah.
Yeah.
So other than that, and I think just not, I don't know why the leaf, like stuff like the leaf brooch is in here.
Yeah. I'm not sure why.
Personally, I like I do not have event cards at all.
Yeah. And
So
also, secrecy is not a thing
it's
for you.
really bad. Yeah. Um yeah.
So, yeah. You're. So, um. 'Cause, so Caldara, like, you generally want 3 spirit heroes, and then
Alongside, yeah.
Sword Thane on top of that usually.
Right.
Um, for most Caldara builds.
Mhm.
So that you can get, your maximum value out of Caldara. I would also play it would be good. It's also a good idea to run Fortune or Fate in a Caldara deck, because
Mm,
then you can bring Caldara back into play.
right.
Um, but it's not necessary either. Like, she's not a great hero, so Fortune or Fate is really expensive, so it's not necessary. But
Right.
and you can only trigger her ability once per game, right? That's stupid errata, but it is what it is.
Right.
Also, yeah, leaf brooch is not helpful at all to you.
Yeah. I don't know why it was in there.
New
I think
yeah.
yeah, think Yep, nope. I have no idea.
It looked cool.
I guess. I
uh
think I was just going with like attachment build sort of stuff and I was just like, "Oh, that's an attachment. Cool."
throw it in. Let's pick them up.
Uh
um Neutral Aragorn is like super niche and hard to play.
yeah,
um
I kind of found that.
so and it's an ALEP card, so that's what a lot of the or a good amount of the ALEP cards are, just that way, really
Right.
niche and hard to play. Um,
Right.
and for neutral Aragorn to work, you need more than a monosphere deck
Yeah.
for him to do what he's made to do.
Right.
Um,
Cuz then like if I attach like a spirit title, a lore title or like and then like a tactics
right.
title, then his resource can count for any one of those three.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then there's
No, that
also
makes sense.
there's several attachments that attach to Aragorn that give him a resource icon as well. Andril, you have one of them in there that gives him leadership.
Yeah.
Uh, there's like I think the Ring of Bara here
Mm,
is a spirit attachment. I think it gives him a lore resource icon.
yeah.
Uh, there's a couple more. Celebrian Stone is a leadership attachment that gives him spirit, I think. But yeah, anyway, there's a lot of attachments that also give him resource icons. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
made to really like be able to use his resources as any resource, and then also being able to ready the title attachments, which Istel and there's one of these title attachments for each sphere that came in this ALEP pack.
Yeah.
Each sphere has one of these title attachments that you can exhaust and it does something.
Oh, okay.
So
See,
that's also to
that
work
makes a
with
lot of sense. I
Aragorn's
was like,
ability. Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, wow, I have one title that is doing stuff, and I kept because again, I didn't really remember even what I had built, and I was like, man, at some point I'm gonna get another title to unexhaust, but
Yeah.
yeah,
um the yeah. Was oh right. And the other thing here with your deck is you have you have a ton of you have a ton of uh discard card effects,
yeah,
but no extra card draw.
yeah, and see, I think that's that. What was I thinking? It was because I think there was somewhere where I had thought I was going to get cards because, like, for instance, in Magic, cards and card draw is really important.
Yeah.
And so I think I would have thought of card draw being a necessary thing. Um, and I wonder if I simply was like, okay, I'm gonna search for Estel, and like somehow misread that it's the like search the
One card.
top X cards,
Right.
but get one.
Right.
Um, and I wonder if that just translated in my brain to like, oh, get the top X cards, and I'm like, I'm
Right.
gonna have too many to play.
Yeah. Yeah. And so card draw isn't like absolutely necessary in this game. We actually there
Yeah.
is a few years ago Card Talk did a poll of the community, and it was found like card draw was like the most important like effect or ability that players wanted or liked to build
Hmm.
into their decks, but it's also not absolutely necessary.
Hmm.
Um, but it is if you have a bajillion discard triggers.
Yeah. It's like,
um,
oh, discard to get a resource,
and
discard to search stuff.
see that the issue is that you essentially couldn't have card draw because card draw is all in lore.
Oh,
Pretty
right.
much. So that's where card draw is at, and there's pretty well no other good ways to draw cards. There's a few a little bit of sphere bleed, but not much. It's mostly all lore for card draw.
Okay.
Um, pretty well exclusively.
Hmm.
So, yeah. But yeah, honestly, but I mean, you were putting up the willpower. There was definitely some really good plays that you had thought out and stuff, and so,
Hmm.
definitely a good first run at it.
Yeah. I think if I had yeah, now knowing all of that, if I had another chance to build like even with the same restriction, if I had a chance to build same restrictions, same quest, I think it would definitely go a lot
Right?
better, understanding a lot more. Like, uh, I think, like, understanding and even just thinking about my deck a whole lot more of like, why is Leaf Brooch in there?
Yeah.
And it's like, and I also wonder if what I didn't do because I'm looking over at my deck list over here on my second monitor, and my deck has 63 cards in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Tighten up that deck would be good
yeah,
too. Yeah.
in Magic we would call that highly unfocused.
Yeah.
It's like it's trying to do it's trying to do four things or five things at once and failing at all of them as a result.
Yeah.
And so I actually almost though wonder if I had put in stuff like Leaf Brooch, um, because I was just finding attachments and stuff and forgot to take them out
Right.
after reading them. But
Also, something like oh wait, where was it? Oops. Oh, look at this. Oh yeah. So cards Fearless Scout and Nor Am I a Stranger that gives attached
yeah,
character a trait. I
hmm
get it. I get the combo with Estelle,
yeah,
but it's not good enough.
it's
they're
not good enough
they're
to spend
very
on two.
they're yeah, they're very niche cards that you're only going to use in very few situations where you have other cards that are giving Rohan characters a certain benefit or Scout characters a certain benefit, and you have other cards that like that are gonna trigger off of those. So there are a lot of cards in the card pool that are like give this character this trait, but you almost never use them.
Yeah,
You only really use them if you have a deck where it's so there's Elf Friend, which gives a character the Noldor and Sylvan trait. Well, you're not gonna use that unless you're playing Noldor or Sylvan, and you have
right,
just a bunch of stuff that's you have a specific plan, a reason why you're giving that hero Noldor or Sylvan.
right.
Um,
Hmm. Yeah, and I think the other thing too, looking at my deck as well, um, is just um looking at everything I had, and it looks like it was built by somebody that plays Magic. in just card cost alone. A lot of the
Okay, yeah,
ones,
yeah.
there's a lot of 1-drops.
Yeah,
And it's like not super powerful ones, but then it's like 1 and then 4, 5. And like
right.
a lot of 3, 4, 5, which fine, but I think like yeah, in Magic, like by turn, or when did we die here? Round 6? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
but by round 6, you are usually at like, you know, hopefully you're at like 8 or 9 resource points, like 8 or 9
Right.
mana capability
Which
already.
which
But
that's one of the big differences here is your resource you don't get resources any faster unless you have cards that let you do that.
yeah,
You
yeah,
your resources don't accelerate unless you accelerate them.
yeah,
Whereas in Magic, yeah, you play your lands, and so over time you get more and more resources.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, here your resources will not accelerate unless you make them, and that's mostly in leadership.
oh, okay.
Um, but yeah, actually, like honestly, your card cost looks pretty good. Um,
Except all the ones are garbage things.
yeah, except all your ones are trash. I mean, but as far as your deck cost, yeah, it looks pretty good. You want to keep it pretty low,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
yeah, you have a pretty good distribution. Looks like
MVP card, Valiant Determination.
yeah, yes, that was actually incredible. Um,
Yeah.
I don't think I have ever used Valiant Determination. Um,
I think I just saw it and was like, "Oh, I'm supposed to be questing a lot. Well, this is great."
yeah, that ended up being fantastic.
And but I it ended up going in though, I think because overlooked the attached to an ally.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I did have some decently high willpower allies like Glorfindale, which great if he, doesn't exhaust to the quest, but I didn't plan on this Captain Sahir
Right.
thing either.
Which was super cool.
Yeah.
Um, Northern Tracker is a fantastic ally.
Yeah.
Um, Actually, not as much in this quest, but um, in other quests,
Yeah.
super super good. One of the top cards from the core box
Yeah.
still is fantastic. Definitely worth that 4 cost.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. As far as what your deck is costing here, I would say it's pretty good for yeah, if you're not doing anything crazy with resource acceleration or anything, like it's pretty standard.
Yeah.
You might be a
So,
little on the high side, like you might have a few too many like 4 cost.
I
Like I
think
don't know how
yeah,
many copies of Elfhelm you have.
I have 2.
Is it 2? Okay. That's
Yep.
not awful. Um what about Andril?
I believe I have 2 of those as well.
Okay. But like you have Elfhelm and you have Andril and you have Sword Thane.
Yeah. It like
Uh
if I'm
and
looking over
Northern
here,
Tracker.
yeah, if I look over here at I have 9 cards that are 4 cost.
So that is quite a bit, but also again, you can include higher cost cards though, if you
Yeah.
are playing a monosphere deck, which you are. So
Yeah,
that's
and
also
that
not
was
bad.
something I remember you mentioning that as like as we were talking about games before, and it's just like, yeah, monosphere you can usually build okay with higher resource,
Yeah.
but yeah. So if you were to give if you were to give my deck, let's say, give it a score of like out of 10, how good is it? How bad is it? Like just flat. If like out of 10, how good is it? And then give me a separate score of, were you out of 10, um how happy were you with my unassisted deck building?
Okay. So this is what we call a ring rating, and so
Ooh.
um they do this on the main podcast, so I'm gonna be all fancy and copy them.
Oh, nice.
So every card they talk about, they rate on a scale from 1 to 10. 1 being the one card to rule them all, and 10 being the card they throw it into the fiery chasm from whence it came.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so 1 is the best. Uh, I'm going to. It's a little counterintuitive, but don't tell them I said that.
You
um,
heard it here first, folks.
so I'm going to give overall. I'm gonna give your deck build 7.
Okay.
Um,
So I
because
hear a needs reforging.
yeah, yeah, it definitely does. There were, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things you just, yeah, you didn't think about, you didn't obviously like you didn't take into consideration. There's and that's, I mean, to be expected, honestly. Like,
Yeah. I
like
actually actively avoided looking up any rules or keywords because I was like, as soon as I look up rules and keywords, I'm gonna research what some of the best build and decks are, and then it's just gonna
right,
go
right.
away. So I was just literally pulling from the gigantic pile of
Which
cards.
is fantastic. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7. You did. There was a good amount of willpower put out. There was some really good card combos. As soon as you, uh, well, as soon as I saw neutral Aragorn on the table, I was like, oh no. Um, especially with a monosphere spirit.
Yeah,
Uh, but then you were searching for a title attachment. I was like, please tell me it's Estelle. Please pull out Estelle. Please pull out Estelle. And Estelle it was.
yeah,
And so that's good. I mean, there's some, yeah, obviously some good game sense there. So
yeah.
that was definitely good. Some other combos you had going. Valiant Determination on Sahir, which I know wasn't intentional from the build, but to think about it during play was actually a really, really smart move. Um, so yeah, and I mean, so a lot of the cards you have in here, you got Northern Tracker. I mean, you're thinking, and Sword Thane is always the best thing. I mean, it's always a no-brainer to include in a Caldara deck. Glorfindel is a fantastic ally. Um, just get that
I
little
think
bit of extra attack in spirit.
because Sword Thane, you can only have like the unique symbol is you can only have one, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, because I think I saw Sword Thane, and I saw Sword Thane as a non-leadership resource acceleration piece. rather than a combo with Caldera, if I'm being
Right.
honest.
And it is to a point, but you got to realize Sword Thane is also going to take 4 rounds to pay you back, which is a lot of game.
True. That's a good point, yeah.
So, it is somewhat resource acceleration, but not very good resource acceleration. But when you're playing out of leadership sphere, there's not a whole lot to accelerate your resource, so it is technically resource acceleration still. But it's just gonna take you a long time to pay it back. But yeah, to combo that with Caldara is always really good. Strider also really good with Caldara, although if you have a Sword Thane on the table, then it's not gonna do a whole lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, Andril with Aragorn, especially neutral Aragorn. It was released in the same pack with neutral Aragorn. Definitely a good one with neutral Aragorn in particular. Yeah, so you had a lot of good cards going here, a lot of good thought put into uh this deck, but there was quite a bit of erroneous cards too, which I mean,
Yep.
your deck build is to be expected. Your first time building a deck, in
True.
5
I didn't
ever,
even
and you
like
had absolutely no help. So
I don't think I even even when I played years ago, I don't think I even built my decks then. It was mostly I just
yeah,
handed them I was like, "Oh, what decks do you have built that I could play?"
yeah. Well,
That
and
sort of thing.
yeah, and you're playing with a lot of complex cards too. Neutral Aragorn is not a beginner card. Caldara is not really a beginner friendly card.
Yeah.
Um, you got a lot of Sword Thane is more complex than a lot of
there's
cards.
there's a lot of things in me that's like, "Oh, now you tell me." But of course now you tell me. That was the point.
Oh, I didn't notice this. Okay, interesting. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. And Fall of Gilgalad you had in there.
Mhm.
Um, which I assume you meant for Caldara.
Yes.
Okay, say no.
No,
It'll get you
definitely not.
a better score.
I didn't,
uh,
unfortunately.
okay, that's good because Fall of Gilgalad only triggers if the hero is destroyed, and discarding Caldara does not destroy her.
Yeah, and when you were saying you did it for Caldara, I was like, but it's discard versus
Yeah,
destroyed. You
yeah,
get a
that's
lot
right.
of those technical wordings in Magic.
Yeah,
One of the most
good catch.
uh one of the things in Magic is huge. It's if something gets destroyed, but destroying does not include um being exiled, being returned to your deck,
Right.
or being returned to your hand,
It's
or
if it takes damage equal to its hit points.
um yeah, yeah, or is otherwise destroyed by an effect that
Right.
says
Destroy.
destroy.
And
Yeah.
yeah. But Fall of Gilgalad is still fine. And it only takes up 1 deck slot, and you can throw it on a hero, and if you're getting close to threading out, well, at that point you should have a good board state of characters, so
Yeah.
you can emergency kill a hero. Um,
Yeah.
which is good.
And I think
Uh,
that one was going to be with the intention of having Aragorn defending a bunch of things. It was like, well, if nothing else, if he ends up dying to crazy accelerated shadow cards or something, then that's 12 threat reduction.
right.
But
So, yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna say 7 out of 10 for as far as just your overall deck build. As far as what I expected, I'm gonna give you a 3.
Yes.
Um,
One of the elf lords.
yeah. So I'm gonna say a 3.
Okay.
Because you know what, there was that little bit that was like, oh man, he could like build an incredible deck and just blow me away. Like, you know,
Yeah.
just like there's a chance that could happen. Um, but I mean, yeah, honestly, like you can't really expect that much when you don't know the card pool, you don't even fully know the rules of the game. Like,
Yeah.
you don't know what this quest is about that we're going up against. So like, you know anything. And
Yeah.
you pulled this deck together, so that's pretty impressive actually. So I'm gonna go with a 3. I feel like you know, uh, it was a deck build that exceeded my expectations. Um,
Okay.
you know, but yeah, it didn't completely blow my
Yeah.
mind. Uh,
It's not like we won or anything.
yeah. Well, that was also partially my fault. Honestly,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
there wasn't much. Yeah, like that cursed temple. Like there wasn't much we could do against this temple guardian at this point. Honestly.
Yeah.
Um. So that's also on me. I didn't have a fantastic deck build. Um, but that's also to be expected out of mono tactics.
What? No. Mono tactics is like
The
one of
worst.
my favorite magic archetypes. Get big things, turn them sideways.
No, it sucks. Um,
Oh, okay. Sorry.
mainly, mainly because there's just no willpower in tactics.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, and especially like yeah, especially with this particular encounter of like we know we're going to have to hit Cursed Temple, and it's like, oh yeah, so now your stuff that's gonna be required to fight this thing can't now.
yeah, and we should have probably just kind of camped out longer before we decided to go and find a cursed temple. Um, till we could be like, oh, we can deal with this temple guardian. Like,
Yeah.
kind of have a clear board state. And yeah, we should have just kind of camped out. We probably honestly should have camped out just on jagged cliffs forever. And then,
Yeah.
although I don't know, we might have threaded out by the end then.
So I do have like a question though. Like, am I able to take like when a card says attached to a hero, can I use those and attach them to yours?
Yes.
Okay. Cuz like cuz then with stuff like cuz then there are ways in for instance in my deck like the Star Brooch for instance, except you didn't have Dunedain or Nolder.
Nope.
So, but there are ways that we could have given your characters the chance to refresh in my deck.
Right.
But
Oh, also, okay, yeah, I'm gonna point out the biggest flaw in, well, maybe not the biggest flaw. Okay, not the biggest flaw.
oh,
I'm gonna point out one of another flaw.
yep. Keep them coming. It'll help me if I ever do this again.
Another flaw in your deck is you're running mono spirit. Just put 3 copies of unexpected courage in there.
Oh. Yeah.
Um, yeah. basically, I mean, even if you're only running one spirit hero, unexpected courage should always be a consideration because it's so useful and so versatile. You can put it on literally any hero and get twice the use out of them. Like,
Right.
it is incredible. And yeah, basically it should always be at least considered if you're playing at least one spirit hero. And if you're playing
Yeah.
3 spirit heroes, you should probably put all 3 copies in your deck.
Yep. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. Test of Will is also a really good consideration anytime you're playing spirit, but it wouldn't have helped us this game either anyway. But Test of Will is
Yeah.
also a definite should consider if playing spirit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, unexpected courage, huge. Just kind of calling your attention there to just kind of the staple cards
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
game that kind of go into a lot of decks, right? So,
Right.
which you wouldn't know because you don't know the card pool. So,
That's true. I think,
yeah,
I think I was looking through a lot of, like, I was hoping, I was kind of trying to play, like I said, a more attachment style, and then got through all these attachments and was like, well, my deck is already huge. I don't have room for like events
right.
like the Test of Will.
But in general, I mean,
But
anyway you go, you're gonna in general want like in general usually like 10 or less events.
yeah,
You don't want a lot,
yeah,
but yeah, lots of allies. Usually,
yeah,
yeah, lots of allies. Usually less attachments than allies, and usually less events than attachments. Generally speaking.
yeah.
But
Deal.
yeah. Anyway, let's I guess we're still we're still going. Okay, let's wrap this up. Where'd my cursor go?
Before second breakfast gets to dinner.
I just lost my cursor. Oh, there it is. Lost my cursor. Turned invisible. Okay. Yeah. So, this has been Second Breakfast. Second Breakfast with a noob. And we got dunked on.
Yep.
But it's been fun. And so thanks for being on the show, Tyrell. It's
Yeah.
been a pleasure. As usual, to our viewers, go ahead and take a run at these decks. We've got either Sentinel and Monosphere, or Spirit and Placing Progress. And then take it on a run against Temple of Deceived and see if you can succeed where we failed. Yeah, as always, have fun, play cards, stay hungry, and we'll see you on the next one.